Welcome back to another episode of My Watch Therapy, boys and girls. Today we have the Citizen Tsuyosa. I think I said that right. It is the Japanese word for strength, power, or durability. Let's take a moment to connect with this. I am shooting outside right now, and the birds just seem to love watches every time I am shooting. Let's take a moment to connect. Wow. I decided with this watch, there are just some watches that are easier to review or natural. I don't know. The word easier is not the right word. It's just more to say or more comes to mind because I'm trying to point out things that are just not what everybody else has already said 100 times. I'm trying to think of like new things. And I got to say, this watch has just got so many things. It is very high quality. It is durable. I'm going to list all kinds of great things. I love these center polished links. In fact, that's probably my second favorite thing. Could be my first. I love the color. I love that blue. That sun radial dial in the sun. Phenomenal. These center links, though, are just super classy. It's got a little Rolex feel to it, because I think the Japanese can Zaratsu polish the Swiss all day long. They're the masters. They just are. And this watch at a very, crazy reasonable $450 for sale at TikTok shop. I'm surprised that, the period isn't moved over one, like $4,500. I've seen watches that don't have anything more than this watch has. They're all stainless steel. They all have nice polishing. Well, this has all that. And their movement might be, I don't know, slightly more accurate, but or have a longer power reserve. But, those are $4,500 watches. This is $450 at TikTok shop. I will put a link in the description. And it really comes to mind, I want to do a little kind of comparison here because I have a watch that has a very similar case that the retail on it is actually more than $4,500. It is a Citizen. It's $7,500. And it's certainly not the same watch. I'll give you a couple of reasons, but it's 500 times the cost. So what do you think of this compared to this? This is from the Citizen line, so it's called the Citizen, the Citizen. I've reviewed it a few times. This is the world's most accurate watch. It's the most accurate watch ever made. The finishing, everything is beyond. Looks a lot, it's got some similarities here. The case, the sort of cut at the top, along the top. Okay. I'm just saying, this is my watch, so I certainly believe in it. But I'm just saying, put these side by side. Would you be able to look at them and say, oh yeah, I know which one is 1,000 times the cost of the other one? Well, the savvy would. You, the watcher, my dear viewers, would know. This watch, though, is accurate to plus or minus 1 second a year. I've had it for 9 months. So far, it has not gained or lost a second. It's an 18 joule, thermal compensated. It has a quartz crystal that vibrates not at the normal 36,000 or was it 32,000? It vibrates at 8 million vibrations in a second. So it is extremely stable and thus does not gain and lose time as much. Great watch. A lot more there. Check out my video on that. But it just really kind of reminded me of this watch. And just my point being is the value you're getting in this watch is right up there. Most people would not be able to tell the difference between the other watch I just showed you, the Citizen, and this watch. I digress. It is sapphire crystal. It has really good lume. It has really good lume. Surprisingly, I had it in semi-dark condition, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm seeing some green. It's popping up. It's not like Luma Bright on Seiko, but bright enough." Yeah, I think there's great finishing on it, great lume. I wonder about the prices, not just of this watch, but with the tariffs going on with all countries or so many, including Japan. I wonder if they can keep this at such a low rate, 450. I'm just wondering. I'm not sure how it all works, the economics of that, but it does seem that. Let me put this on wrist while I ramble. It does seem that tariffs could affect the prices. I don't know how. This is a Japanese import. Unless it's made in America, I don't see how the price wouldn't go up soon. Look at that. What the heck? You kind of try to... There's that bracelet again. Kind of down the barrel. Awesome sauce. Love it. This is the Citizen Tsuyosa. Strength, durability. And this is my watch therapy. And I'm appreciating you, the viewer, and hope you can help me. I just realized I'm approaching 2,000 subscribers, and that's somewhat of a hallmark in my brain. So please consider subscribing. If I haven't earned your subscription yet, keep watching, and I hope to at some point. This has been my watch therapy, and thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.